Long ago, in feudal Japan, there lived a wealthy lord who lived within a fine estate. Several of his finest samurai and many servants lived on the property with the lord. Out of those many servants was a young woman by the name of Okiku. Okiku was from a small village, serving under a lord to help her family out of poverty. She was mostly tasked with washing the dishes, especially the lord's very expensive china set of 10 plates. Plates that the lord would use to entertain other lords. Should anything bad happen to those plates, it would surely be her head. But there was one more thing about Okiku. She was beautiful. In fact, so beautiful, she had caught the eye of nearly every samurai that lived within the estate, especially one named Harada Shinpei. Every day, Harada would ask Okiku to marry him, and every day, Okiku refused. So one day, Harada came up with a plan. He would trick her into being his woman. So one night, while everyone was asleep, he took one plate and hid it. When morning came, Harada set his plan into motion. He called Okiku to the china set and claimed that she lost the plate. Scared and confused, Okiku counted the plates. She counted up to 9. This worried her heavily. She counted again, and again, and again. She swore the last time she washed the plates, she had put them all back. She couldn't quite fathom how that plate went missing. Harada moved his plan into the next step. He offered to help her find the plate, but in return, she must agree to be his woman. At this point, Harada was confident. Okiku would then say no. Despite the situation she was in, she still refused his advancements. At this point, Harada was beyond annoyed. He was furious. So one night, Harada ordered his men to grab Okiku. They took her out back, where they beat her and tied her up and placed her hanging over a well. Harada offers to stop as long as she would agree to be his woman. Okiku looked her abuser in the eye and said no. Despite everything she has been through, she still refused. Harada has had enough. Who's going to care if a servant girl goes missing? And cuts the rope. She falls down the well, where she is left to die. After a few nights, Okiku rose from the well, but this time she came back as a vengeful spirit. She would walk the halls of the estate, counting from 1 to 9. If you hear her start her count, you would get sick. But if you heard her finish her count, you would die. However, after her count, she would let out a blood-curdling scream that would wake everyone within the estate. She would do this every night, ruining everyone's sleep and leaving some dead. The lord of the estate has had enough of these nightly disturbances and death. When he caught wind of what really happened, he demanded that Harada put an end to this, or he would offer him up to Okiku himself. So Harada asked the Buddhist monk for help. The monk spent the night on the lord's estate, where he waited for Okiku. The monk had been briefed on the situation and had a plan. As expected, Okiku showed up walking the halls. She stopped in front of the monk and started to count. As soon as she reached 9, the monk quickly interrupted and yelled, 10! Okiku stops and is stunned. Then the monk points to an open room, the room with the china set, and there they were, all 10 plates accounted for. Just like that, Okiku thanks the monk and disappears. What's up, yokais? It's your boy, Steph, and happy Halloween. I hope you enjoyed that little folktale there, the Tale of Okiku, who happens to be 1/3 of Japan's great ghosts. And all 3 ghosts are a part of, well, the 3 great ghost stories. And Okiku is the main character of this yokai showcase. Bang. That's right. So Okiku, or the Tale of Okiku, is commonly believed, and I think this is true, to be the inspiration behind the Ring horror series. That's right. If you're familiar with The Ring, or Ringu, the Japanese version, this folk tale, inspired that series. Now, of course, Ringu was originally a novel in Japan that got serialized and turned into a movie franchise in Japan. I recently found out that there are approximately like 9 movies, 9 to 10 movies, which I did not know. I'm surprised. I'm amazed. But yeah, there are like 9 to 10 films. Insane. But yes, Okiku is an onryo. And onryo are people who died wrongfully with a lot of negative emotions within them. And they have like strong ties to the living world and have not moved on or can't move on. Onryo tend to have a lot of supernatural power. They tend to have extremely powerful curses that can cause natural disasters like earthquakes, typhoons, tsunamis. They can curse an entire bloodline where you and your family tree will have just bad luck and misfortune, possibly even death. You know, they can haunt a singular person or a group of people. Onryo are really powerful. Of course, not all Onryo are the same. Not all Onryo are equal. You know, some are stronger than others. But yes, we have Okiku here. Now, the other day, I did do some play testing with a couple of my friends. I was able to get some friends up in this place, and I didn't record anything just because it would be their first time playing, and having to play, record, and teach them at the same time would take too long. So I'm gonna try and do another play test in December. That one I plan to record because by that time, my friends would already be a little bit familiar with how to play the game. So yeah. And also from the play testing we did recently, I know what changes I need to make. And so when you see the playtest video in a month or so, it will be a little bit more refined. So yeah. So now Okiku is a dark type. Yes, dark type, dark attack, weak to light. I'm gonna throw the artwork up for y'all, high definition art. And we got the 9 plates, the 9 plates of her misfortune. Got her nice little kimono. And here we have the classification. She is an onryo. 2 sacrifices to summon. And the other part of her effect is if there are exactly 9 yokai in your grave. Oh, Lord. Hold on. Hello, and we're back. Yes. So, if there are exactly 9 yokai in your grave, summon with no cost. Now, during my playtesting, I actually got to use that effect.
felt really good. I enjoyed it. Next part of the effect is, as long as Okiku is in play once per turn, you can switch any cursed yokai during your main phase. I didn't get to use that part of the effect because there wasn't any cursed yokai on the field. So yeah, either way, I had fun playing with this card. And that is all for this yokai showcase. I had intended for this little Halloween special to be the Folktale video plus the card reveal. Unfortunately, I had less than 14 days to work on the Folktale. Research took a bit too long, plus personal life got in the way, which only left me with less than 2 weeks to work on that video. And it required a lot of drawing. And considering I work a full-time job, make TCGs, do YouTube videos, and my own personal projects like my own personal manga, etc., I really don't have that much free time to be working on a big video like this. I honestly thought I did, but then by the time I got to start drawing, I had like 13 days to work on this video, and that was extremely stressful. It did make the later half of this month not fun for me, but I'm glad that the video was made. Honestly, trust me, if I had more time, that video would look, the folktale anyways, would look more detailed, more quality, but I did do the best I can with the limited time that I have, and I really do hope that you guys enjoyed it. And I would like to do a couple of shout outs. Yes, well, maybe not a couple, more like two. And I just need to check. Okay, so first shout out goes to Myth of Chaos TCG. This individual reached out to me, and I figured, yeah, sure, why not? So go check them out. They are a young up and coming TCG creator. And I also would like to shout out Quest TCG. Yes, Quest TCG reached out to me on about 2 or so weeks ago, mentioning that he's working on a like large community project. I'll put a link in the description below on that video describing the project. I really think it's a cool idea. I'm interested in helping out and producing assets for that project. So yeah, if anyone else is interested, definitely check out that video and hit him up. So with that said, I will see all of you in the next video. Bye bye.